Because that is the big story with this departing winter storm. It's eventually going to happen in Nashville, a city that's dealing with some ice. Ignore the temperature right now. That is not the temperature in Nashville. Actually, we are 32, 33 degrees in the Music City. But what we're looking at is a very icy situation. And with cold air set to move in, a city like Nashville is under a cold weather advisory because tonight and tomorrow night, it's going to be very cold with wind chills dropping into the single digits, even below zero, well below zero, where we have those extreme cold warnings, which that's confined through parts of the upper Midwest and the high plains, and then also a big chunk, including Memphis, Tennessee, not Nashville, but Houston, Corpus Christi. Of course, these are subjective. These are based on what latitude we're found at. So along the Gulf Coast, obviously, we're not going to have temperatures as extreme as what we have through the high plains, but the infrastructure is way different. For example, you've got exposed water lines along the Gulf Coast. Those are buried pretty deep when you head up into North Dakota and Minnesota. But overall, as we're looking at these threats that we have, the cold is going to be a really big concern, especially when we're dealing with ice this morning, that ice through Middle Tennessee, through the upper Midwest, through the Great Lakes and Northeast. We do have some pretty cold temperatures that we're expecting later today. This is by tomorrow morning. We are still well below zero in Minneapolis for that wind chill. St. Louis, -19 will likely be that wind chill when we wake up tomorrow morning, already in that cold regime. But the snow with that fresh snowpack, sometimes these temperatures can really surprise us. You get clear skies, and anything that might be warm just escapes the lower levels of the atmosphere, and we can really bottom out. A little better in St. Louis by Tuesday morning, but then we're going to see through the interiors of the Northeast that reinforcing shot of Arctic air. It's not over by Tuesday. In fact, as we head throughout the rest of the week in the final few days of January, it does look like a cold pattern is going to dominate, especially through the Great Lakes, as those Great Lakes are quickly beginning to freeze. This is the type of air mass that we need, but when you look at it climatologically, that's what happens. Speaking of the Great Lakes, Duluth, Minnesota, look at those forecast wind chills over the next 6 days. When you say -22 is the warmest, I don't know if that even counts. What about Boston? Similarly in New England. Now, we're going to have a lot of snow in Boston, and the big question is how long will that snow stick around? I think it's safe to say that through Friday, it will be on the ground. So we got to get used to it. Not only, though, is it the high plains, the Great Lakes, the Midwest and the Northeast, it's the southern plains. A lot of record low temperatures could happen through Tuesday. So this is considering tonight and tomorrow night. And given the air mass that we have, the departures could be some of the greatest in Texas, meaning where we should be this time of year compared to what the actual temperature is going to be. That difference is larger than what we see even through the Great Lakes. Not to ignore the fact that we've got quite a bit of snowpack. So that cold air, yeah, certainly winning out as we head into the final few days of January. I think when you look at the overall pattern here and you consider what we've dealt with, sure, we've had cold snaps that are a lot more extreme, say through Texas and Oklahoma, but there was a lot of moisture that we had with this system. So as a result, might be a while before we can get those streets totally cleared in places like Dallas with temperatures hanging out into the 20s. And these are real-time temperatures, not real-time, but real temperatures tomorrow, Marissa. -4 in Springfield, 23 degrees in Houston. That's a hard freeze. Anything exposed could very well burst. I'm thinking pipes. So protect what you can before this deep chill settles in tomorrow.